Inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses.
There's nothing available there for him.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3's in. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Allen going to throw. And a little floater there is incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, high 7. 57's right. Here we go. Check, Mike, 57.
To throw again. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
He's going to take off with it. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Allen now on 1st down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Allen with a throw caught by Beasley. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one.
And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
57. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
You. Check. Middle. Just checking his pilot. 64. Weak.
They'll try and push it in with Gore. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ed Oliver able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd and a yard, Allen. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
He's cracked. 80 weapon. He's checking crack. Look out.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Frank Gore with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Will you okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Snead's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Being chased out left. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup. Relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
From the 17, Allen. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen flushed out right. He'll run it. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. They'll run on first down with Singletary. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson now. And he's got Snead. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. To throw again on second down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. Now on 2nd and 16, Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it, and he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up a third down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
You gotta step it up. Check 26, check 26. Check 4, check 4.
Jackson will keep it, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out as his guys are back within a single score.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? First and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage, just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Well, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hey, check Mike 57. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Allen. And able to find John Brown. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, but it's going to be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Allen to throw. To throw again. Finding Knox there, complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
On 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Watch the flood, watch the flood, watch the flood. Watch the flood. Jim.
Another try on 2nd down for goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Check three.
They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
That'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our hardworking. From Baltimore, so long, everybody. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set. Mike by 4. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. This will be taken in at the 1.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Jackson throwing again. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing is Jackson. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. Powers through. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Now it's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott, and he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. On 3rd down, Jackson steps away. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jalen Smith able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 65 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be the blitz coming, and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
It's second down.
They run from the pistol with Ingram. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 14-3 ball game. From the gun on third down, Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Prescott. And his pass incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Matt Judon able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. And Forbath will put this one through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played off.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now the pass brought in by Roberts. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson rolling to his left. He'll run it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Jackson to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Now it's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Until that late score here in the 2nd quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as a head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A first down run for Elliott, not going to pan out. He'll, in fact, wind up losing a couple. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Now Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Here we go.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. A first down carry by Elliott. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. 10th carry now for Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 5 now. Prescott, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Check three. Kill. Check the backer. Here we go, 46. Everybody 26.
From the red zone now, Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Open space inside the 10. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And all the way down to the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force it.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable that they even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think I wasn't a quarterback. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Jackson forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. Touchdown, Ravens.
Jackson on the keeper. Touchdown.
The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They start on the ground with Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Throwing here, Prescott. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Right there. 54 Mike. All right. Let's go, D. Let's go.
After the interception, here's Jackson dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and it's 3rd and short. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Cut his left. Cut his left. Out. 3 down. 3 down. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 26.
Well, Prescott here to throw. He's got the connection to Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, 59 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Forbath, the Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the gun, Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the line.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in a ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Miami Dolphins. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. 50 seconds. Tell the ending. 55 tonight. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Jackson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Vince Beagle able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Letting one go deep for Roberts. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balazs. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Mike 57. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 3.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They run it with Balazs. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth-quarter do-or-die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson escaping the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Flushed out right. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Now Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yeah.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And he's got Snead. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Come on, let's go.
On first down, Ingram. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
You got tape.
On second down, Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Here's Jackson, rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Now it's Jackson under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Christian Wilkins, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Fitzpatrick nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. He's at the 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 72 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. They go screen. This is Ingram. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Buying time to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback is scrambling around, actually takes off and runs downfield, and that's exactly what he did.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. This one complete to Ingram. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner, and he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming after you.
Here's Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee able to get him for a loss of about 3. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. To throw, Fitzpatrick. And it's caught by Parker. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. He'll find Parker again, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
23 yards. First down.
Strong. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got. Hey, chill. What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Hey, you. 57's Mike 57. Let's go, defense. Our time. This our time. 57's the Mike. On the ball.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce in all of his 340-pound glory gets the sack. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change it.
And down he goes. goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Matt Judon. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You draw Porker. Check. 57 to Mike. 57.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
50 set, Sean. 50 set. Check. Check 31. Check 31. Jeff, go Jeff. Go kill. 57 Mike. Mike 57. Check.
Throwing again. Fitzpatrick nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hey, color. Back.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fitzpatrick, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They're indeed going. It's Fitzpatrick. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That pickup goes for... .25, what a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Check 15. Check. Come.
Fitzpatrick now from the 50. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Nice, sweetheart. Hey, look, 48. We go back to 48 right now. Let's go. 61. Matchbox lights.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. This is Gaskin on the carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the... Another run with Gaskin. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Fitzpatrick from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Back now in Baltimore, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Sanders now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
16 yards on that one at a Raven first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. Snead's got it. And some room to work. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead, 64 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Tried to roll out and make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Balaj. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now Balaj. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
Fitzpatrick to throw for it on 4th down. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This pass into the arms of Snead. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards there on the catch and run. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is now 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And he floats one there, incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, well, I thought you go on the field, but okay, I see you. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. 4th down, Fitzpatrick. Wide open receiver, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish now. The story f***ed up if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the New Orleans Saints. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Let's go. He's got
The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Breeze to throw. He'll let it fly in the direction again. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn. 58 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 60 out. 56. Watch QB draw.
From the gun on third down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
That's good for Baltimore. First down.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Room here. There goes Mark Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram. 42 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Now Kamara. He'll have a first down past the 40. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 72 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be second and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Ready? You ready? Hey, here I come. Here I come.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
On second down, Kamara finds a seam inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
First down.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Ready? Waiting.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And he finds Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper in the territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
To try again after the sack. Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Now Breeze. Dancing to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he is going to be taken down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Hey, watch it, watch it.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. From the 27, Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A first throw for the backup, Griffin. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. from the red zone now. Here's Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Eluding the pressure right. And diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field. And he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Shotgun now for Breeze. And Ginn's got it. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
What's good on the extra point? And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's going to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
To throw is Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. A gain of 6 there on first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Breeze now. Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
First down, Saints.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Toss play, Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They're going to snub this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. On third and long, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be fourth and long. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Escaping the pressure, trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 3.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56. Set the tone, defense, let's go.
To throw again on second down. Breeze, and brought in by the tight end Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Saints on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's third and 1. Now Breeze, flushed out right. He may try, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Von Bell. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season.
Now Breeze lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. From the gun, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. Incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Ready? Yellow lady?
Right now, let's go. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Now a toss. Kamara left side. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And going deep for Hill. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.